Welcome back everyone to Let's Play War on the Sea in the US campaign, episode number 20, the big 2-0. So we've gone pretty far in episode count, but not very far in terms of day count. This is only day 4 of our Guadalcanal campaign. We'll try to, make some progress in this video. First thing we're going to try to do is get Baker rearmed. All the new aircraft, I'm sure everyone's looking forward to that. Especially our Luke, who's writing up fantastic AAR on every... Should be found in the comment section of pretty much every video. Thanks to Luke. Okay, I did send out a few more aircraft, but yeah, I'm not really going to try to track every single one of them on camera. They're where you think they're going. If there's a, empty spot, then that's where they're headed. We want to keep tabs on this Avenger. Oh, you need to RTB. So we'll send out another group. This Avenger, the big question is, are they going to get a chance to see that submarine? Port Moresby is ready to launch. That means that they have aircraft back. They had 0 aircraft, yep. So we're going to start sending these out in ones as well, just because I think I prefer the volume, the traffic, more than I prefer the safety in numbers. So keep going, and are you close enough yet? Let me see if I can manage cargo. Are we... Yep, New Hebrides. Okay, perfect. Or... I just can't get away from saying it. Hebrides. Anyway, let's rearm. All ships rearmed. And look at that. New stack of aircraft for the Enterprise. Her long journey back down to New Hebrides was absolutely worth it. So let's send her back out. By the way, patch notes eliminated the loss of orders on the strategic map, and I can confirm this. Every single one of my ships, all the fleets, had orders when I loaded back in, which was obviously a source of great delight to me. So, you will move back into the AO at fastest speed you can manage. We have a new cruiser group also. This one, I was debating it a little bit with myself. I'm thinking what was going to happen is this cruiser group will actually go back and resupply at Port Moresby and will become a patroller in the Solomon Sea. That will be our anti-invasion task force. But a lot of stuff is going on right now. Probably need to keep tabs on. Okay, there's that group, which is down to 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. So probably this is... Okay, 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. Doesn't really make sense. I think we might do level bombing with the Avengers, because I can get the Avengers out immediately. I don't really want to... I mean, I could send some out with torpedoes, but the thing is you can't mix. And I don't really... The torpedoes will go underneath the destroyers. So I know it's a little bit gamey, but we are going to succumb to the level bombing. At least with Avengers, it makes a little bit more sense. I'll send out 8, so we'll do 2 per ship. Oh, I guess we could try rockets. I have no idea how effective these are, but you'd have to think that 8... Yeah, okay, this is just for fun. Hopefully not too devastating on our numbers. So go ahead and head over here and make your rocket attack on those ships. So there, we finally solved that. I think I'll be taking depth bombs against submarines from here on in, though. Although it's been reported, YouTube comment section, as reliable as it sometimes isn't, I should say. I was going to be sarcastic, but I'll say the YouTube comment section can be fairly reliable, especially I've tried to cultivate a very nice community, and I feel like we have a great thing going on here with this channel, on the Discord, all those things. So it's a good group of people. And thank you to everyone who's leaving those mature, thoughtful comments. Hopefully it's apparent to you by this point that I do read all of them. So, appreciate your input. It's always taken seriously. Was it Brooklyn can launch? So, by the way, this entire cruiser force is out of Kingfishers. Despite at one point saying that I don't like to launch more than... I like to leave 1 reserve for every ship. I've completely betrayed that now, and I've been just going crazy launching as many as I can get out there. We haven't really been attacked by aircraft interceptors from this airbase, which makes me feel like I can be a little bit more aggressive. Okay, actually I don't think this is the course I want to take. I bungled it, didn't I? Yeah, and this is something where you can continue to select different ones. I just don't want to go through every single one. I'd rather unpause for a little bit. Get them this way. Okay, that was the old orders, which is perfect. She was already kind of headed in the right direction. So we'll do something like this. I'm still hoping to get some action for our dear submarine. The Triton is just sitting in the slot, waiting for her turn. Hopefully that comes pretty soon. The Dauntless is about to make it back as well. I'm going to have you continue to push up a little bit more. So, our ASW patrol, I don't know if this is the right spot for her anymore. Okay. Tamber's going to have to suffer through some kind of attack here. Oh, okay, not just an attack. She's going to be in the vicinity of some ships. Okay, so let's slow you down to 4. Periscope depth, scope up, radar on, and start. Question is, do I have to get out my... Is it the same darn... Okay, this is getting comical at this point. Let's wait for the detection to happen so I can start identifying them. There it is. Target. Let's get these going quickly. Alright, target the second one. Looks like we're going to be launching rear tubes again. I'm just going to try to do this very quickly, though. Maybe I should spin... Okay, well, first let me identify you. That's how it's a Haru. Let's go back and target the original one, which is probably still what my control room is targeting. Okay, now Tamber. What is the realistic... What are we looking at here, realistically? Let's unpause so I don't get a think for free. Yeah, okay, I'm going to use the rear tubes. Okay, 4, manual launch... It's so frustrating when you don't do. We have time. We have time. Come back around. Let's go port. Swing to port. We're going to launch 3 at each, if we can. Too bad we don't have 2 control rooms to track 2 targets. Honestly, the solution for this forward one, if they're going in the same direction, at the same speed, on the same heading, the solution for the second one would be, I'm just going to make up a number here, but it would probably be at like starting at 60%. You have so much information already. In fact, for those of you who do know the trigonometry involved in, doing the actual plotting of a torpedo intercept, any intercept really, but you know that it's 90% of the damage is done when you know exactly, knowing the speed and the heading is already, it's so much of the battle, and it's usually the things you get wrong. It's very hard to know, for example, their exact heading. One of the ways you can do it is by mirroring. I mean, this is like Silent Hunter type stuff for those of you who have played submarine simulations. You can mirror a group for a while, shadow them for a while, and then you can see, am I getting closer, am I getting further away? So at that point you know more or less what their heading is, because you know if they're getting closer to you that their heading is a little bit, moving closer to you than yours. So in this case, if I was moving this way and they were closing, I know that they're moving closer to me than just moving perfectly parallel. And you can get the perfectly parallel, that's like the best, and then you know exactly their heading. Perfect. Anyway, I mean, it's all just math. These are just words coming out of my mouth. Just trying to buy time while we line up this shot, which is already at a solution of 99%. So let's do this. We know, though, as soon as I hit the forward one... Oh, God. What am I doing? Damn it, anyhow. I know if I hit the forward one first, she's going to react. Oh, actually, I'm a real ding-dong. I've done this twice now. The forward one is actually going to be hit second, because they'll be passing by, so our torpedoes are actually going to have to travel further after number 1. I'm going to want 3 torpedoes fired at like a... maybe only a 3-degree spread. People have been mentioning, it is absolutely correct, by the way. We don't, if we get to a 99% solution, which is what we have here, we really don't need to, let me straighten out. I don't know if this affects anything, but it just makes me nervous to be turning while I fire. With a 99% solution, you can do a 0% spread and probably hit with all 3. I don't like that because to me it's a little gamey. It's like level bombing from 8,000 feet. There's no way that anybody, especially from this distance, we're like 2 nautical miles away. Well, The torpedoes will probably have to travel 2 nautical miles. That's a good distance. If I'm not mistaken, U.S. submarine doctrine was something like less than 1,000 yards they would be trained to fire. Have we straightened up? I think we have. I'm seeing 256. Okay, so let's launch 3 forward torpedoes at 3 degrees. Let's go ahead and fire. Just make sure those get out before I do anything. It's good enough for me. Well, not. We'll wait a little bit longer. Okay, those are out, definitely. Okay, yeah. We don't want to creep forward any faster, so go down to 3 knots. How quickly can I get this? I wish I would have known what the solution was. I would just manually correct myself, but... Okay, solution is climbing very quickly. This second one is going to be a wild shot, but we're going to go with it, because it's life or death anyway, right? Come on, solution. Come on. Okay, good. They are curving. Good. So this will actually be pretty close to at the same time. And we're only hoping for, if we get 1 hit on the second one, that'll be great. Oh, the solution's climbing pretty quickly though. Let me straighten out and just fire. Okay, firing. Alright, so now we know that the game works a certain way. Despite not wanting to game the system normally, we definitely will game this part of it. Get the hell out of this little zone where they will be coming to check out if there's been a submarine in this location. So let's just get away from here. I'm gonna go up to 8 knots even. It doesn't seem like they notice you. I mean, well, 7 knots. We'll be fine getting away with 7 knots, I think. So, just go something like anti-parallel to their course would be great. And now we just watch and wait. The second set of torpedoes is actually almost the same as the first one. Why is that spread? That's actually... Oh, no, that's an okay spread. That should be at least 2 of them. And we'll see how many more duds we get. Now, as far as dud percentages go, if the math is correct, I think somebody said that I've had 3 out of 10 real hits, and 7 of 10 were duds. That is basically the historical rate, from what I've heard. I don't think the game has that percentage. We are insanely unlucky. So as far as I know... Oh, aircraft, they're still in the area. As far as I know, the percentage for duds in the game is 30 to 35%. That's what the developers have said, at least. So I'm really confused why we're getting such bad luck. I have to say, I personally think I generally don't have that good of luck. But this is kind of absurd. This is really something. Funny, my torpedoes are basically at the same spot, which is obviously not where this destroyer is going to be. So I think it's very unlikely that we're going to get a hit. Let's pump up to 9 or 8, I guess, just for the last few moments. Looks like only 1. I mean, I just mentioned how... No, yeah, we should get 2 here. So narrowing up the angle... Well, no, actually, are we? Is that one going to miss after all that talk? Well, this is why you use a very wide spread. For once, things are not going exactly the way... Oh my god. It completely missed. Oh, no, struck by a dead torpedo. Okay, good. So that ratcheted up. Give us a... What is that? 3 out of 11 now? We've actually, I think at this point, bypassed the historical rate. Tortuga's luck, not very good. Pretty bad. I would say it's pretty bad. So I think we're going to end up doing damage to the second one with that middle torpedo, which is funny because she probably won't sink and we'll just leave both of these wounded. What a waste. And a really funny comment about somebody just hammering. Hey, stop that hammering down there. I'm not hammering. It's a damn torpedo. Please, thank God. For once. Okay, this is our cue. Slow down a little bit. A destroyer taking a torpedo hit and living has to be considered, at best, extremely uncommon. In this game, however, it does appear that it's far from uncommon. I'm not exactly sure why. Now, I guess we could... I guess we could go to periscope depth and launch some of the rears, which we have. I might do this manually, and that would hopefully be my way of getting a kill here. I mean, she looks pretty toasted, but... Oh, Reaper silent running. So that's a bit of a problem. Now, why did all the contacts go away when I did that? Okay, I'm a little nervous. I think we kind of botched this a bit. We go down to 4 knots. And I want to move perpendicular. I think we're basically perpendicular, so let's just keep heading in the same direction. She looks like she might actually go down. I mean, there's definitely water cresting over the deck. Sea state 5. Is that going to do me any favors? Oh, what the hell? Now this is unusual. I'm gonna roleplay it that she's pulling alongside to help. Probably her first priority should be to ward off any of the any submarines in the area. That would probably be her first action item. I'm liking this though. We definitely, I think hitting him in the middle of the ship has done some good damage. Okay, we're down to 200 feet, speed of 4. Let's see, is she coming right at us yet? No, I mean, she's doing her collision avoidance algorithm, I'm pretty sure. So we'll have to see if she's coming right at us in a little bit. But our dear destroyer friend here might actually go down. Then the question is, can we outfight this thing? So with Sea State 5, I don't think we'll be detected, you know, from this kind of distance. So we're gonna try to keep using Sea State 5 to our advantage. Just keep moving away. Is she circling there? No. I could do a hard rudder myself. Very interesting though that rigging us for ultra quiet caused us not to be able to hear her anymore. You would think my hydrophone operator would be very happy. Well, in any case, they're definitely going in the wrong direction, which is good. 4 knots, not that quiet if you ask me. Might go down to 3. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. And you know what? I think we can just speed this one away. Oh. Yeah, that's right. We don't want to speed away when we have that ship. So, yeah, I really don't want to leave the scene. Well, let's at least watch the ship's oh, I thought the fire went out. Let's at least watch it struggle. Wow, that list is really something. If they can save this ship, I'll be... Well, I would say that I'd be impressed, but I think I'm going to be, at this point, nothing but incredulous. Suffer a torpedo hit and then heavy fires? It doesn't... This ship is going to sink, or at least it should. And it does look like it will. And the deck is awash. I think she's going down. Alright, we just had 2 secondary explosions go off simultaneously, which I take as a very good sign. It looks like we are going to be clear of this, and this notion we had previously with that the AI only goes after your previous position, I definitely did not fire from over there. I moved I was over here, so I'm not sure what's happening. Anyway, she's not yet doomed. It's been I mean, what, 11:39. We'll keep waiting for her to succumb. It is kind of fun to keep watching her in this because the rate of sinking in this game, I think it's far too quick. And this is I think more the pace I would expect. It's nice not to know whether a ship is going to sink. I think it's a huge thing. Hey, I played Rule the Waves. For those of you who are familiar with Rule the Waves, you know how often you just aren't sure if a ship is sinking. And this constantly happens where you think it is and it isn't, or you think it isn't and it is. And definitely the ship captains in that game behave that way. Well, I'm gonna hold on for dear life. I've actually, by the way, come up to... Oh my gosh. Is she closing on us? I've come up to periscope depth. Oh, there it is. Okay. Perfect. So, we could do something. We could try to rear launch against... Nah, she's heading away. So let's just go ahead and call this one. A nice, successful mission. Finally, vengeance. Even though it's not the same group that did sink the other submarine. Okay. Popped back into reality. I don't know why you're highlighted. On we go. So good job, Timber. Continue your patrols. Apparently those patrols are going to be like covered in destroyer patrols. Yeah, so you need to set your course to lead a little bit more, looks like. Yeah, I'm so happy. Come on, Zebra. Wish I could give Zebra like some faster ships. Hornet, ready to launch. Yeah, I think we will do it now. Has it been an hour? I think it will have been an hour soon. Oh, I don't have any Avengers. That's right. So the only thing I could do is send my Dauntlesses against that, or I'll tell you what I can do. I can send like a huge batch of Wildcats over to harass that submarine. Oops, it's too much. Too much. Ah! Perfect! Well, this is very interesting, isn't it? The Wildcat has spotted it, but my ASW group is practically right on top of it. So let's just move right towards them. I have to be careful because there's another thing I think I want to do. So let's ignore. Which way is she going? Yep, she's going that way. Okay, so set your course like that. Do not engage Wildcat, because otherwise you'll scare her away. Avengers are moving on to the targets. Wildcats are moving on to the targets. Fort Moresby is ready to launch. Sure, yeah, we'll get some aircraft out. Wow, that's a lot of aircraft. Have we caught her yet? Moresby, again. It's gonna be like this way for a long time, I think. We got her yet? No. Not quite. Wait, the Wildcats. Well, she was here. Start a search pattern. That's weird that we aren't... Oh, whoop, we overshot. Trying to do too much at the same time. That's fine, though. We'll just slow things down just a smidge. Okay, Avengers are in position. Let's go to the tactical map. right. There they are. Alright, now I think a rocket strike is going to be best from the side, especially in our groups, but I am going to take off 2. I don't know if again, I feel that 3 is the maximum that you get effective out of these groups. So we'll get these 2 to form up as well. And that's... Or did I want to do... I guess I wanted to do 2 per ship. We can do it that way. I mean, I should have just split the groups 3, 4 into another one, 7, 8 into another. But yeah, well, it'll be a little bit messy. It'll be 1, 4, 5 as the... So, break, form up. 1, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's just give them a moment to maneuver back over. So 1, you are already in position like a group, so you will a little bit further. We'll just send all of them over here. Does that look good? More or less. Alright, do it. Make it so. Let's go about identifying these ships. Not that we need to, but just for fun. Let's see how they're doing too, because you know, these have all taken some hits. Is this the and they're turning too? So the broadside is no longer going to be the broadside. Is this the Tenryu? Yeah, I think so. Let's go with this one. This is the Nagara or the Kuma. Yep. Yeah, they're turning away, so we'll have to continue our maneuver. The destroyers are doing something interesting, though. We can go ahead and send some people. Well, I guess we should make one more turn. So. This will be our final turn. You guys should cut the corner a little bit. And we'll start giving orders and going on in. Alright, so you guys start making your attack. I think it's this one is the only one that hasn't been attacked yet. This one? Okay, 1 and 1. 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, we got everybody. Everyone's covered. Let's see what they do. Alright, if they all bank to the right, that makes me a little bit happier. 1 turn in before they all... And it looks like they're breaking up to do attacks individually, just like they will on strafing runs, which means that we shouldn't really have to worry about the formation. Although, in the moment here, I am having second thoughts. 5 and 6, I'm gonna hold you guys back. I don't know if we're gonna need more. We might need more than just 2 Avengers worth of rockets to kill someone. If that's the case, I want to make sure that we have a reserve. Because light cruisers are just so many more points than the other ones. Now, that said, I mean, let's at least still follow somebody in. I want to still have some fun. So these guys are attacking the Nagara. No, we probably want 7. We want one of those over there. 8? Okay, 8. They're going in. Let's watch what happens. Incoming. They are going to take the brunt of all that AA fire. Rockets. Getting hits. Okay. Oh god, they actually down 4. So this was probably a mistake to use rockets. I would say I would not use them in the future. But that's okay. Steady as she goes. Right on out of here. Flying like a banshee. Alright, let's see the other rockets. Good hits. Good hits. And don't turn, just keep going. This is a ding-dong thing about these guys. They have this tendency to want to stay on the target. I don't know why. Form up. And go straight. Oh, I lost one. I lost another one. Jeez. It's pretty brutal. And who's that? 3? Yeah, this has not gone swimmingly. I think rockets are kind of terrible. Boy, aren't they? Well, you live and learn, but if I had known this, I'd never used rockets before. If I had known that they would be this garbage, I certainly wouldn't have used them. I definitely wouldn't recommend anybody else use them. Alright, number 5. You have the ordnance you have. It's unfortunate, but we need you to go in because I'm not sure we're getting any kills with this. I guess you can think of this as making up for the fact that my level bombings were, like, extremely overpowered. Obviously the rockets are, well, at a glance at least, they seem to be extremely underpowered. I mean, these are 2 light cruisers that have already taken damage, and I don't think that even a 2 aircraft attack of rockets is going to sink either of them. I'm not even sure that when we bring in 5 and 6 that they will get the job done. We've lost 3, and we might end up losing another one too. Alright. Go ahead and attack Tenryu, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Neither of them look like they're going down. Okay, so we'll be missing 3, possibly 4 Avengers for the rest of the Hornets trip out here. That's going to make ASW a little bit more difficult because we're not going to be doing too much ASW with the Dauntlesses. The Avengers might have to be held into reserve a little bit more. This will, I mean, taking 1 or 2 losses, probably okay, maybe even 3, but when you lose 33%, a third of your air group, that will affect the missions that we can send the Avengers on. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, in this moment, I'm even wondering if it's worth going back in at the risk of losing another Avenger. Because it doesn't seem like fires really impact a ship's ability to... And there's not really... Have they, like, stopped their fires? There are some fires here, but they don't seem to be that effective. Okay, there... Wait, that's a mark on my screen. There we are. So this is a good angle of approach. Still not that confident about it. We'll see it from the ship's perspective this time. They don't even have flak. It's just close in. Yeah. Get out. Alright, looks like they're gonna make it. Knock on wood. 5, 6. Alright, we are gonna make it with those 2. But are they... Please at least kill the ship. Please sink it. Well, we will chalk this up to an error, another... We'll blame Bjord. We can blame him for the torpedoes, then we might as well blame him for the rockets. Those are abysmal. So yeah, 4 Avengers rocket attack on a single light cruiser that had already taken a bomb hit. Completely ineffective. Well, let's not... hopefully morale does not drop too low after that. Okay, so we have heavy damage on all three of these ships. We can't let them get away, which means it's time to let someone else finish the job, do the right thing. We'll probably end up having the Dauntlesses go out to finish the job. Now, I'm expecting that we can get this, there it is, done before we call this video to a close. So let's do it. Task Force 32 on the case again. I wonder if they'll be launching torpedoes at us considering we found them. I'm trying to imagine what that situation even looks like. Does that mean that we caught her on the surface and she's now diving? I mean, it won't work out that way actually, but it's kind of the scenario I'm trying to envision. Oh, okay, there they are. Alright, Fletcher, you're gonna have to just come hard around. You're gonna have to... Yeah, but Radford's gonna be okay. Probably already okay. Steady up on this. Yeah, there it is. There's the big turn. Alright, so Radford... Sorry, let me... Where the... I lost the torpedoes. There they are. Okay, right over here. Fletcher's already behind me, which is good. She's at pretty much no risk of being caught. I'd like to give Fletcher an order to move to me without leaving this... Yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait. We're almost on her. Might as well open up on everything. Start pinging her to let her know we're coming. Not that she doesn't know that, since, you know, she she knows what we look like. So let me go ahead and do this. Give a nav order this way. Slow you down a bit. Okay, I think a little bit more. And let's start decreasing speed. I don't know if you can actually see him, especially the sea state doesn't look that bad today. Sea state 5. Have a spotter looking. Alright, well, let's slow down now. Let's see what we find. What was I getting lucky with having all those sea states? Is that there? No, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I think I see her right here. I do. There she is. Alright, we got her. Wow. That's pretty good. Depth charges. Three. Well, we're gonna need a target. Yeah, we're practically over. She's starting to dive now. Alright, her speed is... It's just crazy that these submarines can go 7 knots underwater and not be just impossible not to hear. That's so loud. That's just so loud. Alright, we're cutting back down to just a very small turn. So we, like, nose our way into place. Fletcher, slow down a little bit yourself. Activate everything else as well. But Radford's gonna get a go at this one. Has all her depth charges anyway. Oops. We're going too slow. This is a really good position for us. Alright, speed along, speed along. This is all over already, looks like. Yeah, she is absolutely a goner. we'll start rolling them as soon as we get about over her, as soon as our motors, our propellers I should say, are about over her bow. Okay, it's probably the cue to start firing. Let's see how we do. Well, we dropped a little bit early, frankly. Oh, no, I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, a little bit early. And honestly, too shallow. Yeah, I basically just didn't read my... So once we get her in our baffles, we have to extend a little bit further. It's good to know. Got to keep going for a little bit more. Oops. Okay, launch. We actually got her with the 2% solution suddenly. These are looking, I think, a bit better. Oh wow, she had already taken a ton of damage, so this is just going to be the end for her. I think we'll see her blow her ballast, but if she can't come up, I just would not be surprised. Oh, that's so brutal. That is so brutal. Well, that's it for her. Should be. There's the ballast. Blowing the ballast. But will she come up? Don't really want her to. I'd like to do everything in my power to avoid that. How about one last volley? Just to keep you from coming back up to the surface. I'd really rather not shoot you. We'll see what happens with this. Okay, that one looks pretty good. How's some nose damage for you? Well, she's definitely shallower than we thought she was. That might be a little too deep, but those shallow... Okay, she's coming up. Oh, man. Alright, prepare. Fletcher's in good position, but Radford actually needs to get the hell out of here. Fletcher, can I prepare manual guns for targeting? AP, what's our load? AP, we have no AP. So HE it is. Narrow, manual, fire... Pretty much right at Radford. Okay, good. Hold fire. And there she is, okay. Fire. Come on, I can practically see her. I mean, we can see her. Did she just fire at me? This game, man, I tell you. Yeah, and obviously you just open up with everything. One. Target. Don't manually fire, just fire. Ouch. Did she hit me? Can't tell. She is actually firing her gun though, which is, like I said, just offensive to me in every way. Alright, she's sinking. Hold fire. Cease fire. Cease fire. Well, I really hope that they do fix this kind of a bug. It's just so goofy to me. This thing's coming up. But it's actually not that big of a deal since they really don't do very much damage. And that is going to conclude this episode, I guess. So we've got an extra 2 command points. We're sitting on 19. I've been debating whether or not to do another group of submarines, which we do want. We want some more subs. They're very powerful. The problem is they're very slow. and getting a battleship group would be pretty cool. I don't know how effective the various heavy cruisers versus battleships are in shore bombardment. Are battleships better? Or are all ships, do they do the same? Good question. I don't know. So I'll spend a little bit of time off camera putting out a new wave of air traffic control spread. All those aircraft, get them up. And I think that we might be moving, very soon we might be moving to this kind of 40-minute episode, but every other day, slowing down the pace a little bit. But that's, I don't know if that's for sure. That's my gut feeling right now. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. And until the next one, stay safe and take care.